looking at the 4-hour chart here, and I left the channels on from the previous day so you can kind of see how it interacted with those. And we can see that it's broken through the top of this little channel that I drew, so I decided, yep, that was actually just, it just broke through the bottom of the channel and didn't go very far. So I adjusted the channel so that it actually met the bottom of the body of the candles at least, not necessarily the wick, because sometimes that just is not it's not correct information. It's kind of a fluke. It's not sustainable, I should say. All right, and then I also drew a gold line here, price line, kind of where the gold SMA was on the 4-hour chart, so we can kind of see what's going on there. And we can see that it is currently on the upper part of an uptrend on the short term. We're talking about this chart here. So we have this zigzag pattern, and it's very possible that it will drop down, but not too far, and then go up again. So I changed my mind just because it did seem like the MACD was kind of losing momentum here. I could see it dropping, and this was a good trade for me. It got down to, even just a little bit, and it's near the top of the highest that it's been today. So I went ahead and did a short order here, and went ahead and put in my exit order here, and just kind of waited. And it looked promising for a little while. Thought you might like to see it live, so we are looking at it in real time here. Before the opening bell, it's only 9:19, and I'm believing that it's going to drop, and probably down to this point. It could well go down to this point, or that point, which would be 40, 46, or 50, 46, 50, 52, very possible, but this is enough of a drop for me. When I've got all of the time frames kind of pointing the same direction, that it's going to drop. That's why I ended up doing a short, even though I was kind of inclined to wait for it to drop and then get into a long. While we're waiting, it'd be kind of fun to go draw another Fibonacci line, actually. This gold line right here is on the gold SMA on the 4-hour chart. So I'm thinking that's a pretty likely place for it to go. And when I adjusted this channel, it was amazing how it lined up almost exactly with that point, which is like, right around this area, which is at the 50% line. That seems a little low. So that's my only concern with this particular Fibonacci line. How about we take the previous low, let's do it that way. Instead of this point over here, let's take this point right here. That's actually the previous point, which makes a little more sense. As a matter of fact, we could probably look at it on this screen as well. Oh yeah, that's actually a lot better. Because that lays out almost at a 78.6 line, is almost on that gold SMA. So that makes a lot more sense. So that is my best guess. I think it's going to get up too close to this area right here, which is just under 5,100. In fact, it might just get up to that point. I don't know. Just because it's such a nice rounded number, those tend to be the places that it goes to. So yes, I do think it's going to go up today to that point. It may go up there very quickly and then immediately start dropping. I don't know, because we are in this downward channel, on the up leg of the down channel. So it's a little bit of a tricky thing. So far, it hasn't dropped. This is why I don't like to go counter trend when I'm trading. It just takes a long, long time for it to get filled for it to actually do the action that I'm expecting it to. Meanwhile, the SMAs just keep drifting upwards. Still, this is a really good trade if it does get down there. We shall see. All right, we've got 3 minutes left to opening bell. But that MACD is still looking like it could drop, and the RSI is super high. I think it'll at least execute my order. I might drop below it, we'll see. Ooh, that was frustrating. All right. Oh, it moved. So jerky. Come on. There we go. I'm trying to do a reverse order here, and it just doesn't want to do that. So we're going to do this. And it's in a reverse to get executed anywhere. And though that was a bit of a loss on that first trade, I think that was a better place to be. It's just kind of jerky. You saw the movement there. It's hard to get trades placed sometimes when it's moving so fast. It's just so much information coming in on this program, I think it just gets overwhelmed. So I'm kind of thinking I'm in this trade for the long haul here, because I do think it's going to go up. And the MACD is showing that it's going to go up. So I'll probably hang on at least till 50.78. That's a long ways up here. But then, I think it's probably going to get up to that point. So I'm really just not even going to place an order. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. Okay, so going back to the still slides here. We are in a long position right here, which is near the gold SMA. We're looking for a bounce. I drew in my Fibonacci lines, and so I do think it's probably going to go up from here, though it is going down a little bit further than I had anticipated. I'm not too worried yet. It's kind of leveling off, and this is what I would have expected to see. So just took a little bit farther dip than I had suspected that it would. But we're looking all right now, looking good. It dipped down again. Let's see if the gold SMA will hold. And it did. Went up. That's good. And it blew past the Fibonacci line there and started to look like it was going to dip down. Lost its upward momentum leg there in a pretty reasonable spot. So I went ahead and got out. 350 right now. That's where I'm at. And waiting for another opportunity to get into a long. Kind of looking at the MACD here and thinking, I think it might drop a little bit further. Just want to wait. But unfortunately, I was wrong. And I missed out on this great big leg here, which was super nice. But oh well. You just want to be cautious. Okay, and I went ahead and placed a long order and then decided, no, that was the wrong thing to do. And then it actually ended up taking it, which was a little frustrating because I kind of think it's probably going to drop at this point. But it didn't drop too far, and it does look like it's probably, the MACD is looking like it's gaining momentum already, and so I think we're going to be all right. So I guess that was the right call to make. And again, I'm trading with the trend, so that is it's pushing it into in my favor, which is nice. Okay, I put an exit order in at this Fibonacci line up here. It's way, way, way up there. Very unlikely that I'll probably get out at that point, but I don't know. You never know what might happen. It is going up so quickly this morning. I could well see it getting up even to the 100% line here, which is 5108. So I could easily see it doing that. But getting up to that point, it's just, it starts to, people get scared when it gets up that far and moves that fast. And so then we see big drops like we did yesterday, where it went up a long ways and then it dropped back down again. So, I mean, it's possible to get up to that point, not quite up to the top of the channel and then drop. We'll just have to see. Okay, so we are in a long, waiting for it to go up, and it just is kind of leveling out. It dipped down below the gold SMA for a while and then recovered pretty quickly. So now the MACD is in a really good place, and I'm pretty encouraged that it's going to go up. And I actually decided I'm not going to wait till that point. I lowered my exit order to right here because that is a really, really good trade. Got out. Now I've made 700 in 3 trades, and trying to decide what to do next because it is not quite 10, and I'm able to predict the market pretty well today. So when it dipped down there and then showed a recovery, I decided to do one more trade. And I did a market order here so I could get in pretty quickly because it was kind of jammed up again. And I'm trying for this Fibonacci line again. We'll have to just see how it goes. And then I went back to the 4-hour chart here and adjusted that gold line to be exactly where that gold SMA was. So it actually went up just a little tiny bit. And we're looking at a goal, I think, in this area right here. I think that's pretty easy to hit this morning, looking on the charts. So I'm not too worried, even though I'm in the red right here. It took a little bit of a dip down and made me hold my breath for a little while, but I think it's going to be okay. That gold SMA is holding, which is also the Fibonacci line. Testing it a couple times. Waiting is just awful. All right, here we go. It finally went up and started to look like it was going to go up even further. So we just shot up at this point and tested it back again. And I decided, I think I just don't want to wait it all out. This is just too nerve-wracking for me. I'm happy with this trade. And I put in an exit order right here, just below the high that it had made in this previous peak, and decided that was good enough. Made $1,044.96 once you take out the commissions in 4 trades, and very happy with today's trading. Thanks for joining me.